Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially less than 48 hours into the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct presentation. I think it's called a Direct. I think it's a presentation. Who knows? But that's not important. We just care about what's going on here. So we're going to talk about some leaks, rumors, updates, whatever. Do a little speculation, and let's just kind of celebrate it being 48 hours until this event. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. It's been years up until this point, and it's so crazy that it's almost here. It truly is crazy. And once the Switch 2 is revealed, and then they put the Switch 2 Direct date on the screen, from that date forward, people started counting down every day, 56 days, 39 days. And I gotta be honest, that was extremely annoying to me, kind of cringe, okay, I get it, it's coming. But people will do whatever they like, who am I to talk? But now that we're 2 days away, I'm like, all right, I'm starting to feel the excitement. So let's talk about the Switch 2 today. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. But let's just go ahead and get right into this one. So first, I want to talk about some stuff that didn't show up on the Switch. I assumed was going to come to the Switch, and I remember seeing leaks and rumors for it, and that is Metroid Prime 2 and 3. For the longest time, I heard this was going to show up on the Switch, but the rumor was it was not going to be a remastered version, the same way we got Metroid Prime 1 remastered, and I actually think that added some credibility to the whole leak or rumor or whatever. It's man, I can't imagine how much work went into Metroid Prime 1 remastered to do it for 2 and 3, and also be working on Metroid Prime 4 at the same time. I personally don't see that happening, but who am I to say, right? We got this new Nintendo Direct a few days ago, and that was one of the things people were sure was going to happen, Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Obviously that didn't happen, but I think that might be a good thing, because that might signal something coming to, I guess, Nintendo Switch Online. So we just have this small update right here. Nate the Hate on Prime 2 and 3 HD, and Wind Waker HD, and Twilight Princess, I'm going to assume that's HD as well. At this point, only if they hit Nintendo Switch Online. When asked about the games by two different users, Nate replied, at this point, only if they hit Nintendo Switch Online, for Metroid Prime 2 especially. Feel the same about Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and they said yes. So although I do agree with what Nate the Hate is saying, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, I can't see that. This is the easiest $100 million Nintendo would ever make in their entire existence. Just bringing these games over, maybe the Wii U versions, tweak a couple controls, same exact quality to the Switch and Switch 2. It's truly the definition of printing money. But especially for Metroid Prime 2 and 3, I think that actually is the perfect way to launch GameCube for Nintendo Switch Online. And I definitely think they're going to talk about GameCube at the Switch 2 Direct, hey, we have some new Nintendo Switch Online stuff. I'm thinking a new tier that costs $5. A lot of people are saying it's going to be the same expansion pack, the $50 one that already includes Nintendo 64, but I think Nintendo adds a new tier, and then eventually with that new tier you have GameCube, potentially Wii, 3DS, DS, whatever. But this is the perfect way to launch GameCube for Nintendo Switch Online, because it gets people hyped up for Metroid Prime 4 release, which I actually think will be a launch game for the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it'll be dual release, but I think this all just lines up perfectly. Metroid Prime 2 and 3 for GameCube for Nintendo Switch Online, introduce Nintendo Switch Online, the GameCube tier or whatever, and then also say Metroid Prime 4 release date is this day. And then we've seen recently the FCC filing for, I think, a GameCube controller for the Nintendo Switch 2. This is a puzzle here, but it's really not hard to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Now, ladies and gentlemen, although we will know in 48 hours, or less than 48 hours now, how expensive the Nintendo Switch 2 is, we do have another Switch 2 price leak. I just seen it quickly, and I thought I'll save it to talk about in the video. So this is a post coming from simplygames.com, which I have never heard of. This is in euros, so I'm just going to assume this is a European website. They're saying 499 euros, which I think would turn into $459. I have no idea. I'll be putting it on the screen right now what the exchange rate is. For the sake of the video, we'll just say 450 US dollars, which, I mean, that sounds believable, sounds fine. Obviously, I want $400. I really want $350, but when you look at a Series X and a PS5 being $500, the Switch 2, a brand new console, new features, I mean, all the stuff going on in the world, $450, it's fine. It is what it is. So this is the website right here, and we have the pre-order section right here. I wonder if I can find the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order. This is all upcoming pre-order stuff. Man, there's some good games coming out I didn't even know about. So Nintendo Switch 2 on Nintendo Switch. Okay, I got it. I guess they just have the Switch in the system and not the Switch 2 yet, so that's why they have this. Stock status, pre-order, 2025, free delivery on day of release. That's pretty cool. Price to be, what does that mean? To be called? I would say to be announced. I don't know what TBC is. What the hell is TBC? I know TBA. To be controlled, to be captured, to be called upon. I have no idea. And I'm trying to see if there's any more information. Nothing worth talking about, but I do find it interesting that they changed the price. So again, sure, this is probably a placeholder or this is just speculating, but sometimes when we see these believable leaks or just whatever you want to call it, and then it gets taken down like immediately or quickly, I kind of felt like it's something kind of to pay attention to. Like Nintendo's like, hey, we told you that. What are you doing telling everybody else? Take that down. That's not for people to know right now. So like I said, we're 48 hours away. We'll know the price, but $450, I hope that is maximum. Now, if there is a special edition, if it's the same system as the Switch OLED, it's $10 more expensive. I think it was $350 for the Switch OLED and $360 for Zelda, Splatoon. I can't remember all the other Switch OLEDs. And I have the Zelda Switch Lite, and I believe I paid $210 for that, and it's normally $200. So I'm wondering if the Switch 2 is $450, and there's this rumored Mario Kart 9 edition, will that be $460, or will it be $500 and include a copy of Mario Kart 9? If anybody got a Nintendo Switch at launch, was there like a bundle, or was it just buy the Switch and then buy Breath of the Wild? Actually, yeah, I don't think there was a bundle because there was only 10 games, and I don't think any of those games ever got a bundle. So I wonder, would it be like $50 more expensive, $60 more expensive? We can all speculate, but like I keep saying, 48 hours away. Now, something I think will be fun to do is look at some new trademarks that I just found from Nintendo, and these are not canceled, abandoned, or live. All of these trademarks are pending. So as you can see right here, we have the Nintendo Switch 2 pending, which is pretty funny. I think this is for actual games right here because we have another Switch 2. I guess it's the same thing, huh? Yeah, so maybe just two different logos. We have this logo right here, and we also have this logo right here, which is cool. A couple things that I found that are pending. There's actually not much pending right now, but a couple things that I think might show up in the Switch 2 presentation. One, we have Kirby Planet Robobot. This game has allegedly been done forever for the Switch, but I've seen this trademark for quite a while, and we thought, well, it's going to come to the Switch. It's going to come to the Switch. It's about time for a new Kirby game. I do think this shows up at the Switch 2 Direct, and the reason why is, even though I've seen this trademark for about a year now, I'm also seeing Kirby's Blowout Blast now, and this is a newer trademark popping up. I had no idea what this is, but I looked it up, and I think this is like an expansion game or something. Like, I don't want to say DLC, but something tied into Kirby Planet Robobot. That's just what I've seen online by Googling this for 5 seconds, but I believe this is tied to this game some way, somehow. And now just seeing this, I think the timing is kind of perfect, so we could definitely see this show up. And another trademark I find insanely strange is for this game right here called Stunt Race FX. I'm actually super unfamiliar with what this is, but I looked it up and it's a Super Nintendo game, so I thought, well, this is a new trademark. It's probably coming to Nintendo Switch Online, or it's probably on Nintendo Switch Online. I don't really keep up with the Nintendo Switch Online releases that much, but I looked it up, and as far as I can tell, this is not on Nintendo Switch Online. And it's actually cool. Shigeru Miyamoto, I think, worked on this game. Stunt Race FX, known in Japan as Wild Tracks, is a racing video game developed by Nintendo and Argonaut Software. Yeah, designer Shigeru Miyamoto. Really, really cool. And this is not on Nintendo Switch Online. So, two things that I think could happen. One, this will show up on Nintendo Switch Online, which probably more probable. Or two, they remaster this or remake this or something, and then it comes to America as Wild Tracks, and this could be a Switch 2 launch game. I think we're going to have some really weird remakes, remasters, stuff like that show up at this Switch 2 Direct. And I'm not saying this exact game, but random and weird stuff like this that nobody would ever expect. These are the type of surprises I think we might get. But again, do I even need to say it? Hell yes, I'll say it. We're less than 48 hours away. So, yeah, man, the hype is real. As always, in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. Start a conversation down there. Man, let's get fired up. Come on, coach. Put me in the game. And yeah, if you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram. We almost have 100 followers on Twitter. We have a little over 500 on Instagram. We have 16K on YouTube. Let's keep the community growing. And you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.